Hey guys, Chris here. Today with the new Lexus LS500. I'm in San Francisco testing this out at the launch, and all day we've been driving these cars. This particular vehicle has the executive package as well as the Mark Levinson stereo upgrade. I'm going to be uploading a video on that later this week and just kind of hopefully giving you guys somewhat of a experience with the audio system in this car. It's pretty fantastic, and hopefully it comes through with the binaural audio too. So I wanted to kind of give you guys some first impressions on driving this car. I was in an F Sport earlier. This is a little bit less of a sporty version, but it does still drive very well, and we've got a nice little route here through the California countryside where we've got some back roads and slow speed city stuff, and kind of a way to put the car through its paces. So first of all, the first thing you'll notice from the outside is just the new design. This is a totally new car. They've built this new platform from the ground up, based on Lexus's new global platform. It's been about 28 years since they launched the Lexus LS, and coincidentally, I'm 28 years old. They came out with the first LS in 1989. I was born in 1989, so kind of cool driving this. But this is their flagship luxury vehicle now, and I have to say, just driving it here, it's very impressive. I think the design is excellent. I love the way it looks. It has this nice wide stance, and it's a little bit of a departure from the same old design that the LS has had for quite a while. It hasn't really undergone many changes. This has a little bit of a swept back, sporty look. It looks like a rear-wheel drive chassis. It has nice big wheels that fill the arches, and then of course Lexus's signature grille design, and there's just a lot of really neat design elements on the outside, and we haven't even gotten to the inside yet. The interior of this vehicle is just gorgeous. Let's take a look here. Actually, let's start it up. I want to show you the back seat as well, but just look at this interior. Twin turbo V6, you can hear starting up there. There are just so many elements. Everything you touch is very high quality. These seats are incredibly comfortable. We're going to get into all that. Let me show you the back seat really quickly here. Here's that signature design element from the Mark Levinson sound system. Nice looking feature. It just feels like a big armchair back here. You've got places to rest your arms. It's very comfortable. You can adjust the seating position. You've really got a lot of adjustability and functions. I mean, this is fantastic. You can kind of set your memory, go back to the home. You've got this whole touchscreen interface here. A couple of cup holders, USB ports to charge devices. And of course, you've got, with the Mark Levinson sound package, you have all these speakers. 28 speakers in total, I believe. A lot of audio action going on. This is just such a premium vehicle. Very cool. All right, let's take it for a drive here before anyone else gets going on our road.
Great drive.
Thanks. See ya. You can see we've got reverse cameras, nice big display, as well as a 360-degree view of everything. Let's take a right out of here. Make sure this guy doesn't go anywhere. So right now we're just in normal driving mode. Driving on this road here, we're going to be hitting some twisties. So I'm going to put it up into Sport, maybe even Sport Plus. And you'll notice if I just leave it in automatic, the car will begin to recognize and adjust its driving characteristics to the style of road that we're on and also the driving style that we're doing. So it'll begin to hold revs, it'll start to kind of downshift as we're braking into corners. And then of course in Sport Plus and Sport mode, you do have some engine noise piped in. It is piped in via speakers into the cabin, but it still sounds pretty good. It's the same type of system that you have on the LC. And it does a nice job. Get a little taste there. Power feels pretty good. There's a very linear torque band in this car. I think you have peak torque. It's like 442 pound-feet of torque from as little as 1800 RPM to about 4500 RPM. I'm not 100% sure on those figures, but it's a pretty broad torque band. This car has just kind of floats and wafts down the road while maintaining pretty good composure and handling characteristics through the turns. It's impressive. Twin turbo V6 wailing away there. Gosh, I wish we had roads like this in Michigan. In Sport Sharp, it really lets the revs hang up there. Keeps you right in the power band with this 10-speed automatic. Steering is light. There's a decent amount of feel. We're not really pushing it. This car does have very high limits, and you can really hustle it through corners. Let's put it down into sport mode here. Things will calm down a little bit. I will be doing a video on the F-Sport too on the Winding Road channel and the Topher, so check out that. The F-Sport is just a little bit sharper, a little bit stiffer throughout corners. It feels really good. It's a very nice package. This executive package car has just all the luxury features that you'd want, whereas the F-Sport is just a little bit more bare bones, a little bit more driver focused. I think in this car the place to be is probably the back seat, whereas in the F-Sport you're going to be wanting to be behind the driver's seat. For the price point, the official prices haven't been really announced, but I think from what they told us this morning at the launch discussion was most vehicles are going to be around the $80,000 mark. They said about maybe 80% of vehicles ordered will be around 80 grand. Starting price is $75,000 for the regular model rear-wheel drive, and then it just kind of goes up from there. So that's a pretty competitive price for this segment when you have Audis and BMWs and Mercedes starting at 70, 80, 90, going up to upwards of 150 grand. So you get a lot for your dollar in this LS. It's a very nice car, and personally, I tend to be a little bit biased. I am a big fan of what Lexus is doing these days. I've made no bones about that in my videos. I think just sitting behind the wheel and the driving experience, they offer a really premium vehicle for not as much money as the Germans, and also it's a very reliable. You can basically depend on it to be a very reliable vehicle, and not going to be a crazy maintenance expense throughout your ownership. And a lot of people who buy Lexuses tend to hold on to them, whereas maybe it may not be the case with a Mercedes or an Audi or BMW, where you'll just lease it for a few years. A lot of Lexus owners are in it for the long haul, and traditionally this has been a car that has held up for that type of use. This is an all-new 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. Like I said earlier, it has decent power output. Not too sold on the noise, but really in a car like this, you're looking for something that's smooth, powerful enough, that's responsive, but doesn't really impede or make a lot of noise. And this is a very quiet engine. If we're just cruising along in comfort mode, I can barely hear it. Overall, this car is just very, very quiet. There's not a lot of wind noise. This is what Lexus does best. They've made this a fantastic luxury vehicle that's just a little bit on the sporty side. It's fun to drive. It's engaging. You would have a blast hustling this down a back road. Our home base today is at Skywalker Ranch. George Lucas is one of his ranches, and it's pretty awesome. We can't film inside there, but the road leading up to Skywalker Ranch is pretty epic. There's a lot of twisty road action, and that's pretty neat to see. Just because it's fun hustling such a large vehicle through some of these back roads, and with the 4-wheel steering and all the suspension active systems engaged, this really does become quite an impressive luxury vehicle to hustle down a back road. Let's not run over this cyclist here. Pass him. Give him lots of space. He's really hustling there. Such a beautiful part of California. I love this area of the United States. Any opportunity I have to come out here, I'll take it. Also, you'll notice this heads-up display. So you've got navigation, you've got your speed and RPM and speed limit on the right hand, and then if you throw on cruise control, you do have some settings here where you can set lane departure, lane assist, lane keep assist, all those systems, and this car will actually hold the lane quite well. So even since we're on a back road, it's going to predict where the road is going to go. It's going to just kind of give me a little bit of steering input. I'll take a left here. This isn't necessarily an autopilot system, it's kind of a driver's assistant. Notice on the highway it worked pretty well. It does need haptic feedback from your hands on the wheel, so you can't necessarily let it just steer itself. And then of course this is all integrated into the collision avoidance and all that stuff. Let's turn these off for now and throw it into Sport Plus and enjoy this back road here. We've got some beautiful redwood trees to blast through. Just for fun, let's put it into manual. Try these paddle shifters. No complaints from transmission speed. Seems to work pretty quickly. This is still a torque converter 10-speed automatic. Not a dual clutch, but it does a very, very good job. It's nice and smooth. It's responsive. It's very well paired to this engine's power band and functionality. This is a quick car. you go, guys. That's a taste of the LS500. This is the executive package. I'll give some more info on this car at a later date. Maybe we can get a week-long loan in it. But for now, really very impressed with this new LS500. Lexus is doing great stuff with their flagship models, and this is definitely no exception. It's nice to see that they've redesigned this and really just come out with something that's a whole new platform inside and out. And I think this interior is probably the highlight of this whole car. It is just an amazing place to be. The quality of the materials and craftsmanship and just the design and comfort is very nice. It's pretty sublime in here, as you can see. Thanks again for watching, guys. We're about to hit Skywalker Ranch, where I can't film anymore, so I think we'll end the video right here. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. This isn't it.